In today's film, I'm going to be creating a look using some plum tones and some purples. I want to use some of the most beautiful purples that I have within my kit, and colours that inspire me. Now here upon the platform, www.youtube.com, I have produced and shared with you all looks that involve purple eyeshadow. Some of them have been very, very bright, some of them have been slightly more muted. But today I want to create a look that's quite soft, but has slightly more plum tones to it, but a slight bit of purple as an addition. Now I have already gone in and applied moisturizer as well as eyebrows. Today I used my consistent go-to moisturizer, which is Embryolisse La Cream Concentrate. I have also gone in and drawn on eyebrows. Today I used some of Cryolyn's Dermacolor Cream Concealer in the shade D40, which is this beautiful army green grey colour. Stenciling and sketching out the shape with a MAC 263, I further went in and created depth and dimension to the eyebrow with individual strokes of Inglot's powder eyeshadow in the shade 329. I just darkened the eyebrow slightly and used it to set the D40 colour. Now a short while ago my eyes were very irritated and slightly inflamed. The skin around here was very pink and red and slightly raw. I'm not necessarily sure why, but they were slightly resembling the anus of a flamingo. So I went in and applied some of Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion and applied a liberal, thorough amount of it all over the eyelid and right up to the brow. For my base tone as well as my transition colour, I'm going to be taking some of MAC Cosmetics powder eyeshadow in the shade Hawks. First of all, I absolutely love this colour Hawks because, I mean, it's very similar to Omega, which of course I adore, but it's less warm. It almost reminds me of the colour, which I absolutely love, and it isn't necessarily the colour of an actual eyeshadow. It's more, I never find this in the form of an eyeshadow, but Hawks is the closest thing I've been able to find to that colour. It's one of these tones that are really easy to blend as well. And then I'm just taking a clean Zova 2-8 brush and just softening and blurring all of those edges. Now I haven't applied any concealer or color corrector or foundation of any kind, which serves to be very convenient when applying eyeshadow first, as we will not get any fall down. Then I'm taking a clean MAC 217 and just blurring all of those edges. Now I'm taking some of MAC Cosmetics powder eyeshadow in the shade Brûlée, and I'm going to use that just to soften the eye look. Now please do excuse this slightly offensive mark on my hand. I actually fell off the tallest tower in my castle. I fell about 200 feet to the ground and scuffed my hand. I did have a bandage on it, but I thought it was best to allow it to air dry, as it wasn't really healing as expediently as I would have preferred, so I do apologise if it causes any form of offence, but I'm sure you can overlook it and of course forgive me. And I'm just softening the edges of the Hawks eyeshadow with some of the Brûlée colour, using a clean MAC 217. And I'm just going back in with a Zova 228 brush, and I'm just buffing over everything, just to ensure seamlessness. I'm just going to take a little bit of the excess away with a little bit of Bioderma on a cotton pad. Now I'm going to be taking some of MAC Cosmetics powder eyeshadow in the shade Blackberry. And I'm just going to be applying it more so at the outer corner and onto the upper lash line, using a Zova 227 brush. With the Blackberry now applied, I'm now going to go in with some of MAC Cosmetics powder eyeshadow in the shade Sketch. And I'm just going to smudge that, almost as if though I was lining the eye and drawing a cat eye. I'm just smudging it on the upper lash line first of all, and just lifting it out just ever so slightly with a Kitstars N33 micro pencil brush. And the way that I'm doing it is keeping it within the triangle. And one way that I do this is by placing the brush against the eye like so, and against the sides of the nose, so that it is within that triangle. I demonstrate this technique within many of my films, where I place it like so. And if you look at it straight ahead, if you almost imagine false eyelashes, these ones are from an eBay retailer, as I do tend to go for more affordable options for eyelashes, as I discard them straight after use. The overall look has resulted in being quite vampy, but I absolutely love it. I'm so glad I went for a purple lip, something a lot more full on. I think it just brings the look to life. I think a nude would have been wonderful, but I think purple in this event has been a marvellous choice. And even though the eye look may appear very, very strong, it is actually unbelievably simple, and we only used 1 or 2 tones. And sometimes when you wear strong or heavy eyeshadow looks, you can actually soften the appearance of the eyeshadow by only applying the fullest strength of the eyeshadow on the upper eyelid. As you can see, I've left the underneath relatively bare, aside from a slight amount of that hawk's colour, just to tie everything together nicely. And I certainly have had a lot of fun creating this film for you here today. And I hope that you have found today's film to be either interesting, useful, helpful, or beneficial. And once again, thank you so much for watching. And of course, take care.